Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
I got here in time. It's over!
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of.
Another survivor.
His wounds were too...
He was right to send you. Though Tabor is safe thanks to you. You seem familiar.
You must have me confused.
Wait.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there! In Kosnis when you killed my brothers.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Fine. If you insist.
For Titan!
You're in no fit state to fight.
And this should be easy
For what? The sins of your master.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Man. Like...
I am nothing like you. Just know that I will.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima. And bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us! We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity!
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, But I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yotei of the lake?
By all means.
Yotei, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Umielos delan tu isag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yode.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Is that blade for hire, perchance?
Figurative.
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumour most for dread Evis or...
Do you want to...
Dread...
All right. I'll hunt your...
Of course you will. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take... I eagerly await your safe...
An ether flood, yes.
How are those new boots treating you?
You there! The strapping lad with the sword. Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my...
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures.
Climb.
The three of them, to be precise. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed, namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people.
I can't promise I'll remember everything, but...
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest.
No history would be complete without mention of the Mother Crystals.
Back to how it was. So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dad.
Not a scratch on them.
Thank you for the dealer.
What golden plains might the Wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Decent quarry's been hard to find since this place turned.
It has indeed. Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair, considering.
Oh, what the like? Come, don't tease me now. Let's start with the.
Guardians of the Crystal. I'm pretty sure they're
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants, but whatever could have driven the engraving.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains. Lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of them. This is proving
Children of the Hunters. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding. 3 engravings. 1 Guardians of the Mother Crystal. Wanderers from a... Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's cult. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not...
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by...
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals cracks.
Are you buying or selling? Take care.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing...
No.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then?
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
The free cities under sea.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Fly, Ambrosia! You deserve a rest. Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. This thing reeks. Here's your hut.
I worried you might never Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. Join me as my honored partner. With my...
I don't plan on making a habit of...
Very well. Though, do not allow me to keep you from being about...
The free cities under sea.
Let us be rid of them.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry. Sounds like thunder.
You're late. I was starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Mididol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled?
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things. They've been routed. They're wearing Waluda armor. monsters here.
leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside. Where are they? These creatures. Does Optimus reach and step this far? What the hell is going on here?
Where is your master? What does he want?
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rosfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back.
Nice try.
Give me thunder!
Too slow. Nice try. Nice try.
Nice try.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! Yes! The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
As all the rest.
Joshua!
beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right.
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You got mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake. My boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Cid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself. Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Still alive, are you? You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. You'll not find a better price than that.
Yep. So, what'll it be? No scratches, all right? It'd last you a good while. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. Not my best work, but it'll do.
If it's knowledge you seek,
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling on Kashik and the valleys are full?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive, where the hell is everyone else? They're all right.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still... Nah. As for these writings...
Sitting under a pile of rubble.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the...
Then I'll check the workshop.
beast isn't to be trifled with.
Definitely not to be trifled with.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
You know what you have to... Clive, as you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice... Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always...
Thank you. His revenge.
It is the one, and it is all that I have lived for.
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight. But there are those among us who cannot fight. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I... But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely... And so, Clive, will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live?
I will.
Thank you. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger.
Understood.
Then the last of my preparations, and may Griga...
To Gotan's Bales, then, and quickly, before anyone else finds them. Everyone. Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Cid, none of us will be standing here today. We owe him our lives. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, and if that's what has to happen, then so we get to see.
I hope so.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. They don't stand a chance against that thing. They're all gonna fucking...
Cid! Don't worry, we can't let Quinton...
All right. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the...
Promise us, Cid.
Don't tell me I'm too late. Quinton, are you all right?
Which is more than I can say. They followed me without question.
This must be the guard dog. Quinton. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
your comrades didn't die for nothing. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then. You're no guard dog. You're just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it a...
It is. He wept and begged for mercy, just as I dreamed of doing. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from... It was all for this. But what is? My faithful comrades.
Quentin.
Master Quint...
You.
And so are you. It's Lostwing.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool.
Damn it.
It's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick. Quentin! Hold on. I'm gonna get you out of here! I need to get...
Quentin. Quentin. Thank the Founder. He hasn't. Welcome back to the land.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the...
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life.
No, Master Quentin. Safe.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you're only free to so you could get revenge.
I thought you weren't coming back, but I prayed and I prayed. Can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over yet, Master. We believed that you were the right...
Your village may be lost, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? Why would anyone
Because we're family.
Family?
Yeah. And all our comrades who went with you, they... Lostwing weren't just a village.
It was. And as long as we
can start again. Build a new Lostwing. Right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends. Why, just a village. What's to stop it?
That's the Master...
Please. Quentin, after all. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf.
A bottle or two of your finest red.
Of course. And I have a feeling that this year's if you don't mind waiting...
I look forward to it.
What are you looking for?
You've a discerning eye. Many thanks. May Gilbert smile upon you.
If we're going to do this, we'll need...
Clive, it just so happens that right at this very moment...
And what talents would that...
Why, your fearlessness.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over, Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their master. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure the...
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more. And for...
So where does my skill with the blade...
Though we may have the funds to buy these bears, so we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. And we believe we have found one. The place was abandoned a long time ago. But when the men...
And so, we seek the aid of a fearless sort...
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of...
Of course.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working.
So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the whack.
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chairdress Thread, past Lateney's Cleft.
All right.
I'm sure you won't need it.
This must have been a nice place once. And it will be again.
All right! Muhammad!
That's all of them. Come on, Torgal. Let's head back to Boklad. Something the matter, Theodore?
Quiet. Those are our terms.
I shall.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let her...
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, she'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you...
Right. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for you. Well then, now that you have I suppose we'd better finish. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers...
You're still in negotiation?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but I suppose it's to be expected. This is the... But we shall emerge victorious.
Well...
I'm not sure I do, but thank you.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking, he represents the Silver Peak Consortium.
I don't think I've heard of...
Well, every trader in Dhalmekia has. And they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for... And judging by her reaction earlier,
And you'd rather she...
I would rather she did what make... And I would never deny her son. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have... But this was not the life my sister wanted. I won't let her give up on her dreams again. She freed me from my... And she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, these bearers aren't going to... That's a job for the...
Clive, just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after... Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the last... Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all, but we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I... But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room, which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people were...
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bearers to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from... But there's only so many we can shelter with them. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need, and that's what I was hoping you might help me with.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where we...
Well, I reckon we could do a lot...
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I...
It was a tragedy, and if any of us could have done anything, but what's done is done. And those who lived there would...
I suppose you're...
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got... There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den. And nasty bastards they are too. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner, if my boys didn't already... But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's...
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits.
And I know the men will. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how... And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own.
Of course. All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan. So Wade.
And you, Lord Rosfield.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free...
That's right. Though it was I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us. And then there are the bearers. Men and women who found the courage to flee their We need somewhere to settle them. And
As can I, which is why I agree.
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon send that
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still... A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between...
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with you, and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off. Make sure I'm not taken on.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk.
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on.
All right.
We shall see you there. And may...
You can just walk in here. Kill him.
We'll leave Eastpool now, or face the consequences. Stay down. All yours, Troll. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. You're finished. Any more surprises?
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you...
I would hope so.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living. It might be best to send word for them to come right away.
Of course. I'll send... Leave it with me.
Home. No. We're the master.
That's all of them. And not us. Now to begin the important work. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their... The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire. It'll take a bit of elbow grease.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join.
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived. If you need anything more...
And we will, my lord.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
There you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye. And what's all this about? Some shapeshift? On second thoughts, it'll only give me nightmares of me own. What
I suppose it will be.
What else? Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that...
Did Wade say?
Well, something along... Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to East. So the way I see it, if it's food or lumber or...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted to.
Welcome, welcome. Of course. Take care.
Cities and the sea.
Shouldn't have messed with the leader. Better already.
Bring out the Baron! Let me and my mortar purge them of their sin!
You're a friend of my mother's meeting.
Hold still!
Your work here is done.
Cole said it was an army of a cash.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a cat?
Trouble with your gear? Or Sanktfornian, dear? Anything else?
If it's knowledge you seek,
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will have a say?